You live from wherever the heck Jeremy wants to bring it to you from. This is Live with 55. What is up, everybody? Good afternoon, Tuesday afternoon here, coming to you live from the Rally House Studios. This is Live with 55. I am said 55. I appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon. A couple things to talk about today. The Rothstein Report came out for John Rothstein came to scout out the Louisville basketball practice this morning. Had some great points. We'll bring them up. We'll talk about them. Had some unpopular points as well. We'll talk to you about our schedule for this week. Since Louisville Live is happening this Friday, we will go on a different date. Talk about some of our favorite guests that are coming up and coming later in the season. Think you're going to be excited about it and much, much more. We'll also talk a little bit about the Shoot 360 event that occurred. As always, I will be manning the social media as I'm doing the show by myself. Let's see. There we go. This is live. All right. And the video feed is way behind the rest, but glad to have y'all here. So let's start off with the small stuff first while we're waiting for people to get in here. Normally we do our pregame, our breakdown show Friday nights at 10:05 right here on all the social medias. This week we're doing it Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Louisville Live's this Friday night, so we're not going to compete with that. Don't even want to be at Louisville Live. So we will be at Louisville Live and going to be having a good time. Make sure you guys all, this is the first year it's general admission. So first come, first serve. And yeah, it's going to depend on how early you get there to be able to get seated. So that's going to be fun. Not really sure what time the event starts. I would assume the event starts at 8 o'clock. Let me check really quick. Again, this is live radio, pal. So, ticket. Where's my Ticketmaster? There's Ticketmaster. Let's see when the okay. All right, whatever. Update. I should have been prepared. I'm never prepared on Live with 55. This is the most unprofessional professional show that I'll ever do. We just wing it here. We want you all to ask questions. This is just one big Q&A for the most part. All right, let's pull this up. My tickets say general admission. Okay, yeah, we know that. No, this is what we want to do. My events. Okay, open with Ticketmaster. Why would I not want to open with Ticketmaster? Wes Keys in the building. Yeah, so Louisville Live starts at 8 p.m. The doors, I believe, open at 7:30, something along those lines. So make sure you get up there early to get your spot. There's no special look. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Monday morning, I called my connect in the ticket office, and I was like, I need 5 tickets for Louisville Live, front row like normal. And my dude, who will remain unnamed, said, "Sorry, bro, we're not doing those this year. It's first come, first serve," which is cool. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't appreciate the preferred seating. A lot of the times I didn't even sit up front. I would sit in the very last row, so it was close for me to be able to get out. But there were some years that I would try to get front row, and this would have been one of those years. What's up, Mike? How you doing, bro? So Louisville Live this Friday night. Make sure you get your tickets. Get there. Cannot avoid the Ticketmaster fees this year. You cannot get them from the ticket office. Boo! But it's going to be a great time. Was able to meet Coach Pat Kelsey this past week. One of the genuine, most nice, down to earth guys I've ever met in my entire life. That was pretty awesome. Benzie wants to know, do I have any news on basketball recruiting? I don't right now, mostly because there's not really a whole lot going on. As soon as I do, though, you'll see Dalton will be on the show and he'll spill all the tea. I give my information to him. He's the head of recruiting, so he'll relay that to you all. But as of right now, I don't have no nuggets on who we're in good with. What's up, Tony? Just sitting here chilling, relaxing, trying to bring out some more content and have a good time. But no, I don't have anything right now. But we hope to have some information for you all this Sunday at 1 o'clock on the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Let's move a little forward. This past Sunday at Shoot 360, my guy Peyton Siva celebrated his 1-year anniversary of having his business Shoot 360 open. Phenomenal time. We had a blast. We got to do a live show there. Lance McGarvey came and did the show with us. He was a guest host. We got to welcome on Luke Whitehead and Peyton Siva to the show to talk a little bit about Shoot 360 and what they had to offer. Wanted to have Charles Tilley on, but he was so busy, and by the time we got set up, we just couldn't link up. Unfortunately, I already had everything. We literally packed the last thing up, and Charles walked in and was like, "All right, I'm done now. Let's go." And I'm like, "Man, we're all packed up, bro." So. But it was great to see all the former cards there, all the current cards that came in and out the entire night. It was a blast. If you have somebody that you want to invest in to get better in basketball and to bring back the glory days of having like 7 or 8 top players in the country from Louisville, Peyton and his group, Peyton, Dean, Scotty, Blake, Ashton. I know I'm leaving somebody out. I don't mean to. The whole crew up there at Shoot 360, though. I told Peyton this on the show Sunday. I was like, if I could put together a group of people to run a business for me, I could not have picked, and his wife too, I could not have picked a better group of people than he did to represent him. We're going to do score predictions tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Same place you watch us here. On the social medias, we'll be here trying to see if there's anything on. Shout out to our guy Alan, tuned in. Much love. Trying to make sure. Let's see. All right. Seems like everybody's listening to me and tuning in on YouTube instead of the Facebook. So let's see. That takes care of Shoot 360. So here's my question for you guys, and this was the main reason I wanted to do the show today. The Rothstein Report come out. Okay. And he broke down what he saw at practice today. Let me pull up some of his comments. Hope y'all are having a good day today, though, man. It's all right. Here's some of the comments, though. Traditional big men are going to have issues matching up with Case and Pryor at center. Did wonders as a pick and pop guy last season in South Florida. Louisville looks comfortable with 5 out. I agree with that. Louisville's backcourt of Chucky Hepburn and Corin Johnson from Wisconsin and Washington, respectively, are deceptively good. Cool, calm, experienced, shifty, can both shoot it. Really good duo. Long Beach State transfer Abubakar Traore doesn't believe in 50-50 balls. Plays every single possession like it's his last. Underrated pickup for Louisville. It ain't underrated for us. We knew what we were getting with him. I got to meet him Sunday. Amazing human being. Wasn't my first time meeting him, but it was the first time I got to talk to him for a few, and he's a really cool dude. And a brand new team with an entirely new roster is hard to figure out. Luckily for Louisville, we'll know how ready they are 6 days into the season when Tennessee visits the 502 on Saturday, November the 9th. That is going to be our very first big, well, not really our first big test, but I believe the first test where we can look at that game and be like, okay, this is what we got. This is what we need to work on. We can get better, or, oh, crap, we're out of luck. I don't expect it to be the second. And his last comments before his video, which was a little bit of a backhanded compliment, but his last comments were, early prediction on Louisville's starting lineup: Chucky, Corin, Terrence, Edwards, Javon Hadley, Case, and Pryor. Gosh, man, I'm not really sure how much I agree with that. And it's not that I don't think Corin Johnson's good enough to start. I think Corin Johnson will be our 6th man. That's just a hunch. When I get to get in and watch a few practices, I'll know more, and I'll let you know what I can. Again, if they don't let me talk, then I'm not going to talk. Yes, Teresa, it was good. I think, gosh, man, I don't know. We'll do the starting lineup predictions a little bit later. I just do not feel comfortable enough to give this. And then Rothstein went on to do a video right before he went straight to Lexington, by the way, which was weird. He went straight to Lexington and hasn't put much about his trip there yet, but whatever. But in this video, he compliments us, and then he placates us a lot, and then he's like, "This team's so good, it may be a bubble team." Bubble team? No, we cannot be a bubble team. It is imperative that we are not a bubble team this year. I guess some people would be happy with being called a bubble team after the past 2 seasons we had, but it is the master chef Garrett Hoover in the building. What's up, Garrett? See, it's times like right now where I need my guy Wes. Wes, where are you at right now? No, you ain't. You'll know if he's biased very soon. If he hypes them up, it will be telling. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm looking into Wes Brown where you is right now. Do. That's true, Aaron. Absolutely. Anthony says I don't think starting lineups are going to matter much with this group. I agree with that. Let me go ahead and throw some of these up here because I do think they're very valid points. Oh, I like the new graphics on here too. Let's go. I don't think sorry. Aaron says, don't know if we should trust, which I already read that one out. And we'll go ahead and leave this one up for a minute. He never gives us props. That's true. I'm going to hit up Wes Brown real quick and see what this guy's doing. I should have hit him up. I knew he was off today. That's totally on me. Wes Beasy. We are trying to get a surprise I had somebody already locked in for tomorrow night and they bowed out at the last second. What up? Let's see what the WB is up to. Everybody else works during the day, which aggravates me because that does not allow me to be able to get anybody on here with us. But give me your thoughts on the Rothstein Report. We'll put them up here on the board and we'll talk about those for a few. Trying to think of any other stuff going on. Well, I don't really want to give away what we're going to talk about tomorrow night. That's the football stuff. Shout out to Four Seasons HVAC, which turned the sweltering hot box into an ice cold room that makes me yawn the entire time. I'd much rather be cold than hot. No, Wes. I know where you're at. You're on the way to you're about to be at work. The little brother Joe Wama tuning in from his job. What's up, Joey? But no, let's talk a little bit about, because again, this tomorrow night we're gonna talk football. Oh, here we go. Oops, nope. Do not block him. My guy Corey. Me personally, I see this team being a tournament team from what I've seen in the Bahamas. Absolutely. Here's my thing. I don't want to get people's expectations super high because honestly, on paper, last year we should have had a really good team. For sure. But it was coaching. I think this year we got the coaching and the talent, and it should be better. So I'm setting my expectations at 500. So that way, do I think we'll be a 500 team? No, I think we'll be way above 500. But after I got burned last year, you tend to not. It's gonna be a couple of what's up, Russell? Gonna be a little bit. They're gonna have to build their faith back in me, just like with football, man. I've been ready all season to be like, this is the and trust me, against Notre Dame, we showed that we were every bit as good as we thought. We just made too many mistakes. Now, did they beat us or did we beat us? I feel like we beat us, but that still means we hung around with the top 10 team, and that we're better than we were last year. We're better than we thought we were. So I'm all good for that. The SMU worries me a little bit. We'll talk about that tomorrow night, and I'll tell you why. Coming up the rest of the season. So last year we had a celebrity guest every Sunday, right? We didn't do the Friday shows. We did game day shows, the tailgates right at the Hold on. Yo, not much. Just doing a quick show. What are you doing? Well, thanks for having my notifications turned on so you could tell when I was live. My best friend, everybody, Steve Rummage. He hates me. All right, I'll call you back in a few. All right. Yeah, later. Um, Great guy. Especially when he interrupt him and my mom will call every time we got something going on. Where was I at? Where was I at? Oh, so last year we tried to have no, we didn't try. We had an X card on every single week for the regular season. This year we're not doing it as much. We had Chris Redmond kick off the season with us because that's just what Chris does. He's been here with us the last 3 kickoffs. But you'll be happy to know, I think Miami week, we're going to have Brandon Radcliffe on the show because that's his traditional spot. He loves hopping on here with us for the Miami game. This Sunday, I anticipate Keith Kelsey joining us. Preston Brown will be on with us one of the weeks coming up too. Just catching up with old friends that love Louisville football. And I may have another former card that wants to hop on here. He's a guy that did not finish his career here, but his heart is here in Louisville. It's my guy Monty Montgomery. I believe that he will be on with us too at some point this season. So we're still gonna bring you the heat. We already had Peyton on. We had Chris Redmond on, 2 of the greatest of all time here at Louisville. You can only go down from there, and those downs are still ups as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna have a good time. Gonna have good guests. And we really appreciate all your all support and love, all of our sponsors. Even for this show, we just had the Mossy Oak Properties, but for the other shows, Collision Course Crew, Fitness Market, Planet Fitness, Cherry Picking, Rally House, Shoot 360, just to name. Yeah, Sam will be on for Miami week. We got to get him to pick Miami again, so that way we roast and we might have Mario back on that week too, because I really feel like the combination of Mario and Sam helped us out last year. We had Eli Rogers ready to come up here and boat race them in the streets, so that definitely would be an attraction. But we just want to give y'all the best show we can. We're not worried about winning the popularity vote. We know how much y'all love us and support us and appreciate us. We're not worried about being the most professional, because at the end of the day, we're not on 93.9 DeVille. We're not on Big X. We're not on iHeart Studios. We are just on this crazy thing called the internet that goes worldwide. So we appreciate all y'all's love and support. We're going to have a good time. Any ideas y'all have for guests or new segments or anything, hit us up. I had a great one the other day that once the football season's over with, we're going to start implementing, and yeah, we're just going to have a good old time. And that's what we try to do all the time. Corey says disappointing loss over the weekend, but have to bounce back at home. We must hold serve at home. I agree. That really, before the season, I wasn't too worried about SMU. Only reason I'm a little well, again, I'll talk about that tomorrow night. That's one of the segments. Why are you worried, Jeremy? So we'll talk about that tomorrow night. But yes, we must hold serve at home. Put some pressure on me, because I thought we were going to have 2 regular season losses, and one of them came from Miami, Clemson, Notre Dame. I didn't think we were going to lose to Notre Dame. So yeah, so we got to win those other 2 to keep me at least in the right range, or not lose the one we shouldn't, that I thought we were going to lose. Charlie Fant in the building. Little brother represent. Man, I had the most fun. We had a class together, Mr. Shoemate's class, and I don't even remember what the class was now, because all we did the whole time was do crossword puzzles to get our whatever, because he would give you a point for every extra credit for every crossword puzzle. So if you completely bombed the test, Say you got a 75 on it, you do 25 crossword puzzles and have 100% in the class. He was just, it was crazy. And then his grandson, I think, was Chris Shoemate, who played basketball for Male High School and I think in college somewhere. Aaron was a great point. It's hard to win with 1 for 5 on fourth down, which we really weren't 1 for 5 on fourth down, but I get it. And 3 turnovers. We really did beat ourselves. Again, we talked about that Sunday. We really had 5 turnovers if you think about it, because we went for it on fourth down a couple times where we had no business going for it. And we had a third down conversion that was converted that we didn't challenge. So, yeah. But when you look at those turnovers we committed, the hike over the head, that's an anomaly. The deflection interception, that's an anomaly. And I mean, how many times have we seen Tyler Shuck hawk down and fumble? Well, I can tell you how many times. 0. Not here at Louisville anyway. So those are things they can work on. I can guarantee you the next time Shuck gets out like that, he's going to go down to the ground, or he's going to watch the Tron a little bit better to be able to not commit the same mistakes. We're going to go here for another 9 minutes. Make sure you all get y'all's questions and stuff going. I'm going to go ahead and play our sponsor package real quick. Give your questions in the text, and we'll be right back here in a few seconds. Roll the sponsor clips. There's the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters. It's time. Located behind the El Nepal at 2745 Crittenden Drive. They're set up there all football season for the home game. Shout out to Bill, Garrett, Rhino, Craig, Kevin, Doc, and the crew. Rest in peace, Corrito, for a great time. Hit up the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters. For Peg's Beer Lounge, where every week is either Wings Day or the Ribs Day. On Wings Day, $20 all you can eat jumbo smoked wings and $1.25 per wing all day long. On the Ribs Day, come get the best ribs in the Ville for just $25 all you can eat, or $2 a bone all day long. Fitness Market. Contact our fine friends at Fitness Market to find out how they can furnish your dream at-home gym. From treadmills to saunas to weights, they have you covered. Planet Fitness. Shout out to Planet Fitness and Rick Cooper for helping us look sharp on the sidelines this summer. Great monthly deals for memberships as well. Check your local listings for a location near you. Cherry Pickin', a hoops-themed cold-pressed juice and smoothie bar inspiring you to take what's good. Conveniently located at 828 East Main Street behind the local seltzery. Tell them CSC sent you for 15% off your total order. Shoot 360, a premier state-of-the-art basketball training facility with highly skilled trainers. Call 515-6556 and sign up today. Great value all around. And if you go to shoot360.com, you can pre-register for a free workout. Come to Shoot 360, the world's most advanced basketball training facility. Rally House. Check out our friends at the Jefferson Mall. Lisa, D, Rico, Amanda, and the crew. Tell them Cardinal Sports Zone sent you. They'll make sure you get taken care of really well. Rally House. Our house, your house, Rally House. Local stuff. Last but not least, our fine friends at Mossy Oak and Hart Properties. If you are in the market to buy or sell farms, land, recreational, or residential areas in the state of Kentucky, let Paul or one of their team of professionals at Mossy Oak and Hart Realty help you out with all your buying and selling needs. Call Paul at 270-537-4422 or email him at pthomas@mossyoakproperties.com. Mossy Oak, we know land. Now back to you guys in the studio. I really like that guy. He's pretty smooth. Corey says turnovers killed us, but some of those spots by the refs were absolutely terrible. I agree with that. Really quick before I forget, while you're in here, do not forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send us your questions there on the social media lines. Check on the graphic to see how you can follow the podcast on social media and how to help support monetarily. Hit that thumbs up button while you're here on while you're here on YouTube. Make sure you're watching on YouTube if you can. It will help us out more analytically. So we're back here with Live with 55. Appreciate all the love and support. We are here talking about, amongst other things, the Rothstein Report. Very excited to see what y'all's opinions are on that. While I'm waiting for some more opinions to come through, just to remind you all, this week's episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone, week's pregame episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast will not air Friday at 10:05 p.m. However, it will air tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We will preview SMU. We'll do what we normally do on Friday tomorrow night. Have a good time. On Friday at noon, you should have this week's latest episode of Around the ACC with DP. Dalton doing a great job breaking down the entire league from a different aspect. We really do appreciate that. And then on Sunday at 1 p.m. as we sit here and enjoy our NFL Sunday, and we hope you are tuned in to us not only to us, but also to the NFL games. I'm trying to see. Oh, well, we don't have to worry about a game this week because I believe the Steelers play at 8 p.m. Mike, appreciate you, man. You always take care of us while you're in here. Mike with the special with the donation during the show for that, you get one of our special video. I got to make one, but here's what I can do for it. Anytime you see this video, it means somebody has donated during the show. This cheers goes out to Mike Singleton for his donation. I got to come up with something better than that. But Mike, thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate it. Do not forget, it's not too late to purchase your Boxing Louie bobblehead and ticket bundle for the game noon this Saturday versus SMU. It is a fire bobblehead. I wish I had one. For health reasons, I still cannot really get out a lot. I have to limit, and I already promised Peyton that I was coming to Louisville Live, so it is what it is. Just trying to make sure on social media that I'm answering. Shout out to Brock Bromhomer, guy. He manned the social media line on Friday night as we prepared for Notre Dame. It sucked we didn't get the W, but I always appreciate people that want to help out and have a good time with this. That's what we're all about, is having a good time. So, all right. So, and this Sunday we will have a former Cardinal on the show with us. I'm just not sure which one of the two it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to have another one of my favorite 55s of all time on the show. We'll leave it at that. If you were watching earlier, you kind of already know who I'm talking about, but we're getting close to wrapping up for the show. Get your all's last minute questions in here right now, and I'll answer them. Shout out to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Four Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, and Rally House. For sponsorship opportunities, it's easy. Look at the bottom left-hand corner of this graphic. It'll tell you how you can get in touch with us so you can be a part of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast Network as well. Tune into the show every Friday night at 10:05 and Sunday at 1 unless otherwise told. Again, we won't be on this Friday night because of Louisville Live. We will have a special Wednesday night show to do the pregame preview for SMU. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. Even though we prefer YouTube, you can find the audio version on over 130 different podcast platforms, including but not limited to Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart. Hit subscribe today. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, Live with 55 clips, or Around the ACC with DP, all you got to do is go to the Cardinal Sports Zone YouTube page, which I believe is right down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Yes, go to the Cardinal Sports Zone YouTube page, and while you're there, you can look in the bottom right-hand corner to find out everywhere you can find the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media. But if you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the show, go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place that I'll begin. Hit the podcast drop-down menu at CSE Podcast is there, as well as some of our archive stuff from before we started doing the podcast, when we were doing our radio stuff and when we were doing podcast stuff prior to being discovered and put on radio. Wes Keys says they're going to stream Louisville Live, right? I will, you know what? I'll find out. Look, all I got to do is hit this little At some point, he's gonna get tired of me texting him, but it's just a part of being my friend. Do you know if Louisville Live? I would say no. It's going to be live stream, not live stocked. Jesus, I feel like Higgy. Mama. I know you get tired of my questions. Okay, and I'll try to get you an answer before we get off here. Um, any news on how we stand with Sheldon Henderson? I don't have that information. From what it looks pretty good, but I don't have a definite on it yet. Again, I'll get with DP, and at some point during this week, we will get you an update. I'll try to have you an update for the show tomorrow night. And let's see, it is not going to be streamed. So, okay, all right, back to the shtick. Shout out to everyone out there who's sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you all a bunch. I just read a few minutes ago that it wasn't. Yeah, it's not. Shout out to our guys Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage, who interrupted the show a few minutes ago, who do the Lord's work Monday through Friday on ESPN 93.9 The Ville from 10 to noon. Shout out to Mark and to Dan at the 502 Circle. Love the content they got out with Harry Douglas, with Bilal Powell. Keeping it 100's fire. Again, around the ACC with DP, it airs Fridays at noon. That's when we try to get it out. Last words, Cardinal Sports Zone podcast hats are on the way. We are supposed to be having a meeting with them here soon. Actually, I have to call them when we get off of the show. So any last words by you all the fans, because that's what I'm here for, is to answer your questions. Even though I can't answer them all, I'm trying to answer them to the best of my ability. So let's see. Did I get to load the outro? I didn't get to. Oh no, I didn't get to load the Live with 55 outro in here, so that kind of sucks. But we'll figure it out at some point. Any other questions from from the chatters? Yeah, dang it, Wes. Let me see. Do you believe? Don't want to get no copyright strikes against this. So Mike Singleton is our MVP. He donates every time he's in here, and we really do appreciate that, because it allows us to do more. Like we can. It's not cheap to do a show. Like it's really not cheap, and all the stuff adds up. So whenever y'all donate, it allows us to do more, and it allows us to not have to worry about. Come on, where are we at? So we do appreciate it. You think Quincy plays this weekend? Anthony, ask me tomorrow night, because I'm going to get an update on that too. That's another reason why I do like doing these midweek shows, because if there's something I have forgotten to do, you all remind me to ask the questions, and it's much appreciated. Let's see. I'm trying to look up one more thing before we hop off here. Excuse me. Did not mean to burp in the microphone. Let's see. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh no, where? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That might be it. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Okay, so let's download. Look, this is how quick I'm going to do this. I'm going to load it into the. I'm gonna load it in. Yeet. That would be. Is he announcing this weekend? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Oh, okay, I do know what happened. let's hop in the studio. Hopefully this will not echo and stuff, but we're gonna try to give this a shot. Okay. All right. Oh, it's not gonna let. Is it gonna let me? Yeah, it is. It is gonna let me. Hold on. Let me go ahead and load this outro into the thing. Y'all are like, you've made us wait all this time just to. Yes, yes, I did. I did. All right. So Stokes is committing this weekend, or is that wishful thinking? I'm not really sure. Tell us how to pick up our Louis bobbleheads at the game. Absolutely. Okay, NXT with the new logo. That's pretty cool. Don't know if y'all can see that or not, or if y'all even care about wrestling. But the new NXT is. Oh, okay. He's visiting during Louisville Live. Okay, fair enough. Again, I don't do the recruit. That's why I have Dalton, because I don't keep up with all the recruiting. Because, as you all know, I was very close to the staff last year, and 95% of the recruiting I wasn't allowed to talk about because Kenny didn't want to talk about it. So I'm stepping back from recruiting this season. I'm gonna let Dalton take care of it. We're building new relationships with the new staff. Um, and so far everybody's been really, really cool. So no complaints about that. But I'm not into the recruiting stuff as much as the rest of the Cardinal Sports Zone crew is. Look, we have went way over what I wanted to do. I'm so glad that you all wanted to tune in for this long and talk. We'll be back tomorrow night to preview SMU. Going to have all the stats that you need to know. SMU is an impressive team on paper, uh, but they've not played a whole bunch of impressive competition. So we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow night. And I'm very humbled and honored that you all decided to tune in to me for a little bit while greats like Mark Ennis and Mike Rutherford are on the radio right now. But I'm going to hop off here. And, well, I thought I was going to hop off here. Why is this not loaded yet? It is loaded. Why is it not showing here? Where's it at? Nope, not doing that. Nope, cancel. All right, I'm going to try to refresh the screen. If it messes everything up, I apologize. If it messes everything up, I hope y'all have a good day. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. But let's reload the page. Yes, reload the page. Back here real quick. It did put the okay, good. I just had to refresh it. All right, let's answer these last chats. Turnovers killed us, but some of those. No, I already read that one. Where's the? See this team being a tournament team. Okay. Disappointing loss over the weekend. These are coming back through again. I already read these. I'm not really sure why they're coming back through again. But look, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. As always, my DMs are open. If you have any questions, feel free anytime to hit me up. Thanks, Mike, again. We appreciate the donation. And until next time, this has been Live with 55, a subsidiary of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast Network. Got more ideas in the oven, cooking them up. Can't wait to share them with you. See you later.